Ancient Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew -1. Sadly, we have the Ancient Albatross. We also have AD or Alpha Dean or simply Dean. Sadly, no Anthony today. He's busy with work. But Dean, what are we doing here today?
Well, today is a pretty auspicious day. I mean, today is one of those days that I'm pretty excited about myself personally, because we're here to talk to the guys from Here Be Dragons, HBD, those guys that are doing the Kickstarter for Monty Cook's Diamond Throne, bringing it to Cypher System from 3.0. So I'm pretty excited about this because I'm also part of the design team as well. We have our good buddy here, of course, Christopher Negelein, who's working with them, going to be doing some work there. And none other than Francesco Payne, the communications director for Here Be Dragons. So, with that being said, Francisco, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. First of all, let me say I'm in the social media team, and I'm here because I'm the chosen one to give the voice to the team. Okay. And about me, I played by 32 years, and I started 8 years, and I'm working in industry from 23 years. I'm working with a miniature tabletop, like a manager, as a manager of official store of Games Workshop in Florence, in Italy, for many years. I've opened my shop, and that's it. Yeah, it's
Nice.
like around 23 years. It's a lot of time.
That's beautiful.
I play from a lot of time.
That's beautiful. I like it. Yeah. I like it a lot. Awesome.
No, the last now, if you see behind me, I have some wall because this is my studio. I have a vlog in Italy, and Massimo and Elisabetta, he seen something, but not more, because he come here to my home before the studio. Now I have it. It's another one dream realized, and from here I can play role-playing games in streaming. And it's very, very funny, and a great regrowth in like around 2,400 followers in 3-4 months. Very, very nice.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I need a nice wall like that right here.
No, yeah, it's perfect.
And of course, all you people out there, a lot of you know our good friend Chris Negelein, but we're gonna let him say a little bit about himself as well. Chris, tell the people out there in the interwebs all about yourself.
Well, I'm honored. Like this, I think is about the 4th time I've been on the show.
Something like that. 5th, 4th, yeah. Something like that.
And always, it's always a pleasure to come back, because you guys evidently have not gotten fed up with me yet. You might know me as Ganza Gaming when it comes to Cypher. I've done over 22 PDFs for the community content. The biggest one, kind of related. It was basically how you can get your your high fantasy into Cypher, especially for people who come from a traditional gaming and where's my ranger, where's my paladin. That's Electrum. That's a 5-star called Mortal Fantasy, and I've done some other community content stuff and a couple of Eberron things, and I'm very pleased and flattered that Here Be Dragons invited me to participate and be part of the design team.
Awesome stuff. So yeah, now that we're all here sitting talking, let's just dive right into it. Let's start talking about what's going on here. So, can you guys tell us, or I guess you, Francisco, a little more specifically, a little bit more about Here Be Dragons games, like a little more in depth about them? Like, what other products do you guys make? What other things have you worked on in the past? Stuff like that.
Yeah. HBD has been working together with Monty from a long time, and since of the inception of Malhavoc Press. It's correct in English, Malhavoc. Yeah. Hits Monty has always been a source of inspiration for the team role-playing session, and from the arsenal of the spell of the Book of Eldritch Might or the psionic power, variant rules, HBD always wanted to incorporate the two new element, and they say that Arcana and Art at Surprise them a lot, and they decided to start an alternative game campaign in early 2003. However, consider we're talking about a project, Diamond Throne, that was born 5 years ago. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
Nice.
And Chris, could you tell us a little bit about? I know you mentioned a couple of things you've written for just now, things personal projects, but what other projects have you written for? Like maybe on a team. I know you've got Esper Genesis under the belt there, but I'll let you talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, you think I would remember that, bad me. So yeah, I was also in the design team for Esper Genesis, which was a science fiction action game based off the 5e engine. It was designed by the great Rich Lescofair, who got honored by the Diana Jones Award and is a DM Guild adept. And I got to play in that, and that's kind of where I learned I got my feet wet on designing on 5e, which helps bringing D&D into Cypher. Let's see. I have a couple other things going on, but they're not Cypher related as much, so I'm going to keep that under the hat for now.
Nice. So, that being said, Francisco, tell us what your thoughts are on a Diamond Throne. Tell us a little bit about it. What makes the Diamond Throne so unique? And,
you mean the license of
no, not the license, but the setting. The setting itself. What do you find so unique about the setting? What it is about the setting? Tell us a little bit about the Diamond Throne itself.
Like the lore, like what about it?
Wait, stop,
Yeah.
wait. Dean, I think you should ask Chris maybe this part. Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I find it to be kind of funny because actually Dean's I never ran a 6-year campaign in the setting. But
if anybody wants to know about the Diamond Throne is rich. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. And what it is a setting that's an alternative to your traditional fantasy settings that came out during the 3.0 era. Okay, it brought giants, it brought Litorians, which were Lyonese type people. It brought a derivative of dragonkind that we never saw before in the Moj and then the Dra Moj. There were lots of aspects to the Diamond Throne that just made it completely unique, but it also makes it so rich for Cypher because there were alternatives in character design, there were alternatives in the way characters were portrayed and how they manifested their abilities. So for Cypher being so narratively driven and the Diamond Throne having such rich concepts and conceptualizations, it only makes sense, so to answer that question.
Answer your own question. I mean, it's awesome because you are also working on. I mean, you are like kind of a mini, guest on this thing too. So like, it doesn't hurt to have input from you as well.
Yeah, but yeah, the Diamond Throne is rich. It really, really is. As a matter of fact, I can just say this: a lot of the things that you see in 5.0, 5.0, 5e, and other games now were kind of found their birth in the Diamond Throne. The concepts of character backgrounds, the concepts of character connections and intertwining them and things of that nature. So again, like I said, this is the reason why I think the guys at Here Be Dragons said, we need to make this a Cypher game because it's awesome. And there were alternatives to Magic. I mean, there was alternatives to Magic. There were, they introduced this idea, this concept called character levels, which was brilliant. Whereas players, could take a level in their actual race, their racial type, and those levels literally, transcended where you became like a paragon of your race. You became the ideal. So these things like this can translate beautifully into Cypher, especially with the fact that Here Be Dragons has already shown that their character sentences will be, race, descriptor, type, and then foci. It's gonna be brilliant. At least I think it's gonna be brilliant.
I mean, it definitely sounds super exciting, but now that you're touching upon, that conversion to Cypher, maybe you guys could tell us a little bit about why Here Be Dragons Games decided to go with Cypher instead of maybe 5.0 or whatever other system, and maybe talk about some of the challenges in converting a Dungeons and Dragons 3.0 thing into Cypher system.
Yeah, on our team, Fabio fell in love with the system, and he talking to us about it since the first Numenera Kickstarter, around Numenera Kickstarter. And just to give you something special, some of the characters illustration of our artist Roberto Piturru, that Montecus the Cypher put inside the book, and since I don't remember, since then we are continue playing. Yeah, around 2015, if I don't remember, and since then we are continue playing it, and this is because all the team we have many players we have from 30 years, 20 years, and pretty new in HPD, but HPD level is working from 20 years, and I think we just not talking about only work. It's like we're talking about a dream, and this is a dream become real. And I love to work with them because it's a really 20 years. Can you realize 20 years of dreams before realize, and that's a honor. I'm very proud to be here because the team is very brilliant. We are enthusiasts. We share the same passion. We share the same enthusiasm and the same happiness to play. And it's very a dream becomes real. Yeah.
Well, Francisco, I have to tell you, it is a dream come real for me too.
Yeah.
I am super
I'm
passionate
sure.
about this project.
I'm sure.
Like I said, my book is sitting right here. My Here Be Dragon, the original book. I've read it again, just to be ready, to start diving in. And yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it. And I'm definitely glad to have you on our show tonight.
Yeah, and it's definitely super exciting to see that you guys are just as excited about Cypher System as we are, and that you've fallen in love with it and you want to make this thing a reality within the Cypher System, and that's just awesome to see. But Chris, maybe you can touch on a little bit of the challenges with converting some like D&D stuff into Cypher System, since you have done it kind of the other way around. But yeah.
Well, actually, it's not as difficult as it could be because both were designed by Monty Cook. So, I mean, while they are different systems, they both kind of come from the same design concept of, whether it was 3E or whether it was Cypher, he was like, here are some dials to tweak and, get what you want as a character. So, trying to translate things from numbers to numbers to like make some crazy magical formula so you don't have to judge things, that's a fool's game. You don't convert things that way. You convert the essence of a thing. You can sort of convert what the intent and the goal is. And Cypher does all this kind of stuff in spades. So, perfect example, like in 3E, you wouldn't just say, once you're 5th level, you get this. No, in 3E, it had to be 3rd level spell, dexterity this, wisdom that, and then you could get into a feat or something. Well, in Cypher, that's going to be much easier. It could be, I'm just, we're still in the design stages. I don't want to promise anything because things will change in development, of course. And, but you could say it's 3rd tier, something on your 3rd tier that you get as part of a type or a foci. So that will be, in some ways, I almost feel like Monty did all the hard work and then we're just making, he's just making us look good when we convert it over. Am I wrong or am I right?
I'd agree.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree as well.
So, Francisco, how did you guys secure the license for Diamond Throne? How did you get the license?
Wow. This is because for the license, the idea of the project related to Arcane Evolve dates back many years ago. HBD talking about it with Monty during his visit here in Italy, and during Numenera in the 2015, and consider that he knew in first person how HBD has been working, and I try to sorry if I go a little bit later, but I'm translator the Italian in English, and
Okay.
yeah, and we will be like it to bring Diamond Throne first into the production on a Kickstarter, but for some reason here the Kickstarter was not possible for all to use it, and now we can, and now we have finished some project like Numenera, and we can working on the more on the Diamond Throne.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so awesome that if I heard correctly, you said Monty visited Italy and saw firsthand how you were working on stuff. If I heard that correctly, did he visit?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't hear. Can you repeat, please?
So, if I heard correctly, did Monty actually visit you guys in Italy to talk to you guys about this?
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Yeah, like it's so cool that he got the.
2015.
Yeah,
in the 2015. Yeah, and the I know HPD were surprised because they certainly did not expect to have this concept in this regard immediately, and but we do it, and immediately we will have for this I said you before, we will have maybe to present our products and a Kickstarter maybe, no, but yeah, it going crazy. Yeah,
that's so cool. I mean, it's a good testament to. Oh, yeah.
very-
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's a good testament, or it just shows that you're putting in that effort, that love into the product, into what you're doing, and he sees it and he's like, yeah, you guys should do this, like, and that's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move it along a little bit here. So Chris, you are on Diamond Throne as a guest writer for, I believe, what's called Secret Vault, the third part in the Diamond Throne campaign trilogy. If you correct me if I'm wrong.
You're correct.
So what are some cool things we might expect to see from that, if you can divulge any information, like maybe some cool creatures or ciphers, artifacts, something like that?
All of the above, yes.
Can you give us any specifics, any little teaser of something cool?
Oh, well, let's just say some if you've played Diamond Throne before, can't speak, one more time. If you've played Diamond Throne before, some very familiar villains may pop their head back up.
Ooh.
Just letting you know.
That's actually a really nice teaser for those OG Diamond Throw fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes me happy. Now my brain is running. But we're gonna talk anyway, Chris. Can we talk about what new directions you might be trying to take the setting in? I mean, I know you say you were going to expand upon it, we're going to evolve it, or any new mechanics that you might thinking about, or anything that's going to really immerse the person into the setting. Can you guys speak to anything like that?
Maybe the homebrew rules. We have some idea and rules related to the original Legacy, and I did not see them in action because it's too much. I have to wait to see them, but I think it would be awesome if your Legacy family tradition, another aspect of the character path, will come in play and give something special newborn play character, and it's very, very nice. This is one of the new aspect, and for now our designer is working on it, and I have to wait to see something, but I know he this month, in this 1 or 2 months, he's working on.
beautiful. That makes me happy because the whole legacy idea would be, again, like I said, I know the system, so I know the original, so it just makes me
The
happy.
Cypher System.
Yeah, you know what? And I have to tell everybody out there, I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. I'm really geeking out. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having, a major league geek moment here.
Have it, man. Enjoy it. That's what keeps us young.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so let's wrap this up, guys. It's been a wonderful talk, but so for our last question here, could you give us a little bit of an opinion from yourselves? Like, what's the most gripping part of Diamond Throne to you guys personally? Like, what really gets you going when you think about the Diamond Throne?
Chris, you have something to say?
Oh yeah, sure. I will admit I'm newer to Diamond Throne than Dean or everyone else, but as I'm diving into it, I especially like kind of what's going on in the history. If we were starting from scratch, I would be like, maybe I might want to play in the time the giants were having the war with the dragons and all the crazy sort of things they hint that the dragons had created and summoned and, having, terrorizing my players with them sleeping quietly in their tents. And then suddenly something just over the rise comes at them during the war. That's been really cool reading up on that history.
And, if I'll answer that question for you guys, I can honestly tell you it's just the fact that the Diamond Throne was a non-traditional, traditional fantasy setting, is what it was. It broke a lot of molds, and it made me feel really good because I felt it was inclusive before inclusivity was a thing. The idea of the giants and the idea of the the Litorians and so on and so forth, all those traditional concepts that we were used to, the elves and the orcs and the dwarves, they kind of all got moved to the side. And the thing about it was the new races weren't even allegories. They weren't allegories to what you already knew. They were their own thing. And, then the classes, the way the classes were thought about, they were their own thing. So it was that diversity, and inclusivity that it brought to the table, Francisco.
I take my time to thinking because in Italian to translate, but
yes, sir.
I think I'm a GM and I'm a player, and I think it's very good the interaction with the GM, the GM intermission in the game, because as a player I find every GM intermission a challenge. Okay, and in this system, we can have more interact with the GM, and so it is fun. Also, when my role is paid,
right?
But I think it would be awesome in like a combat situation. I like when my GM adds some spice in a round with new idea to mess things up, and as a GM, I am very happy to do something of boom, because the player going crazy and you think you're going in one direction and you change the direction, and this is very awesome in the Cypher system. Yeah, I love when the GM and the player roles in the same.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one of the huge benefits to Cypher System. That's the players in GM are almost not, I wouldn't say equal level, but it's close. Like the players can put so much into the story, and it's just you get to see a wonderful collaborative story being told with the Cypher System.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah. The GM
it's
actually
really,
gets to
it's
be
really
a player.
close, the two roles. It's really close. No?
Yeah.
The GM and the player is close more with a role.
Yeah, the GM gets to be a player. He does. As a GM, you don't feel like, okay, I gotta control all these numbers and all of this stuff. I get to play. I get to enjoy. So, all right, everybody. I guess we're at the end of all of our fun, even though it's a great talk. I just want to mention that the Kickstarter out there, people, as of this moment, it's about 22 hours left. please back it, jump on board. You will not be disappointed. If you've never played Cypher System and always played traditional fantasy games, or traditional D&D or whatever the case may be, this would be a great jumping on point, because the beautiful thing about this is it's going to be a completely self-contained set. So all the rules you're going to need are going to be right in those books as well. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Jump on boards, come over to Cypher Unlimited, join our Discord, join our Facebook channels, talk to us. We will run games for you as well, get your feet wet, make you feel at home, and we have our way. We're even gonna get Francisco in the game, have Francisco play with us. So that's my spiel about joining the Diamond Throne and supporting this Kickstarter.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming on and talk to us. We will have in the description down below the video with links to the Kickstarter, links to the Here Be Dragon Games Facebook and Twitter. We'll also have links for Chris's, I believe his Facebook and his Twitter, as well as I'll ask him for any other links he wants to share with you guys. But all that stuff will be down below for everyone to look at.
And the Here Be Dragon website too.
Yes, the website too. Yeah, that is also in the description down below. Yes. I think that was what I meant instead of the Twitter. Either way, again, thank you all so much for coming on. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a blast. And be sure, to hit that like button, share button, subscribe button, hit the little bell notification to get notifications as to when we put our videos out. Don't want to miss one, especially when you get juicy stuff like this about new upcoming stuff. If you really enjoy our content and want to show us a little bit of extra love, be sure to hit up our Coffee and our TeePublic to get some merch and just show us a little bit of extra love. It helps us pay for things like Zoom and whatnot. Thank you all. Do you guys have any last words you want to say, Francisco or Chris, before we get out of here?
Well, last of all, it's just we come back to the dream, it becomes real. And if you want to achieve something of extraordinary, you have to think extraordinary. This is a game extraordinary. We have a team extraordinary, and I'm sure it's become one of the best role-playing game I knew. And that's it.
Agreed. I will agree with that 100%. Thank you very much for being here, Francisco. Thanks for being here.
Thank you to you guys. See you from Italy.
And Chris, any final words?
I'm just going to say that right now, if you're out here and you're tempted about Cypher, check it out, because I think you're going to get on the ground floor. There's a golden age of Cypher that's going to be on the horizon. Yes. 2021, 2022. I think you're going to be spoiled for choices. Get in now and get in, and get good so that when it all comes, you're ready to run it.
You say get in now while the getting is good.
But thank you guys so much again. And from us at the CU, we will see you later.
See ya.
Thank you.